Hi, this is Brad Linder with Liliputing, and this is the new HP Elitebook Folio, which is a very thin, very light business class laptop with a starting price of $999 for a model with a Core M5 processor. It's also available with Core M7 processor, full HD display, all the way up to a 4K display, two USB 3.1 Type-C connectors, and that's it. But you can get a docking station if you want to be able to do video output and all sorts of other things. So why don't you tell me a little bit more about this, what makes it special?
So as you touched on, this is the world's thinnest and lightest business class notebook. We're trying to combine consumer sexy and cool with our core commercial feature set that are relevant both for end users as well as commercial decision makers. So you noted the two USB 3.1 ports. Those are also equipped with Thunderbolt 3. So this device can power dual 4K displays with our Elite dock, Thunderbolt dock, and as well as the 4K display that it has on the device itself. And it's also the world's first notebook that's been purpose-built for collaboration. So we have dedicated keys for working with Skype for Business, and we've also partnered with Bang & Olufsen to have great audio. So we have 4 speakers down here that deliver incredibly loud as well as crisp and clear audio. So if you wanted to use this as your phone, which increasingly more and more users are using their PC as a phone, a communication-first device, this device is for you.
It's one of these sort of growing number of things where you pick it up and you almost feel like there can't possibly be anything on the inside of it, right?
Yes.
How light is it actually?
So it is less than 1 kilogram. We don't have final weight at this time. The product will ship in March and we'll have final weight at that.
Okay, and a kilogram for US audiences would be 2.2 pounds. So it's going to be somewhere around 2 to 2.2 pounds. And we've got a little BSOD there, but that's because we're on the show floor and nothing ever goes perfectly the way you want it to. So we've got a very slim design here. On the bottom, we can see that there's the speakers, but there's no fans, right? Is this a fanless system?
Fanless design. We're using Intel's Core M architecture, and we're using that additional space that we get by taking out the fan and using that to put towards battery life while keeping the device incredibly light as well. So 10 hours MM14 with our FHD panel. We don't have a final battery life with the 4K at this point.
And we've got little bumpers here, which I guess help keep it elevated a little bit and maybe help heat dissipate as well. What's the materials? What's the build?
So we're using CNC'd aluminum all the way around the device, and then we do this very nice, as you can see, precision diamond cut around the perimeter of the device as well as the perimeter of the click pad to give it a little extra special feel.
Nice. Now I think when some people think business class laptop, they tend to think upgradable, replaceable, user serviceable. That's kind of hard to do in this kind of device. What makes it a business class device though?
So there's 3 notable features that we see as being relevant for business class. First is the docking. I mentioned that this has Thunderbolt 3. The second is that it needs to have really deep security. So we have Sure Start, which is our industry's only self-healing BIOS. And then it needs to be able to go through military standard testing. So this device goes through 12 different military standard tests, most notably the drop test, that give it a rugged and durable nature, as you can see, very beautiful and refined on the design.
Okay, so if you need the user replaceable batteries and everything, those options are out there, but this is for people who want sort of that what's becoming more popular in the consumer space. They want to use it sort of like with smartphones. You want to be able to bring your own smartphone to work, or you want to be able to get one from work that you're happy with at home. If you want a thin and light laptop that's easy to take with you everywhere you go, 10 hours of battery life and 2 pounds, it's kind of hard to beat that sort of portability. So there's the trade-offs. You don't necessarily have all of the features you get on some other models, but you get that portability factor here. So coming in March for about $999 and up. And again, this is the HP Elitebook Folio G1 from Hewlett Packard. This is Brad Linder with Liliputing.